What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. Today I'm going to do my AEW Dynamite review and results. The list of Jericho. That's the title of this video. Hit that red button. Hit that like button. Let's get started. AEW was a good show last night. I don't care what nobody's saying. AEW was a good show last night. So let me do my review about what happened at AEW last night because it was just a good show. The Elite. It says right here, the Elite, Dustin Rhodes, and the Young Bucks versus our inner circle, Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz. This six-man tag started off was good. This was a good match. I ain't gonna lie, this was good. Dustin and Sammy start lock up. Dustin throws off shoulder blocks, arm drags, wrist locks tag in Nick Jackson. Tagging Matt, Dustin holds Sammy up. Matt elevates Nick into a dropkick for a cover, but it's broken up. Huge lariat from Dustin into Sammy. Stereo super kick takes out PDMP. Triple super kick to Sammy Guevara. Matt off the top rope with a crossbody to all three men on the floor. Chant of AEW. Dustin with a senton off the apron as Nick gets in a corkscrew toe. Lovely invitation. Matt gets Sammy G in his series of national light suplex. Santana comes in to get the double third. Ortiz also comes in and Matt wants to suplex all three but can't quite manage it. Inner circle game on him. Double powerbomb into the buckles. Santana springs off of Ortiz for the cannonball. Double arm drag from PDMP. Sammy up top. Swanton gets a near fall. Santana with the big delay suplex spot. Now tag in Ortiz and hands him off. Sammy tags in, but he can't do it. Matt escapes super kick. Tag in Dustin now. Big clothesline, gold dust uppercut, power slam to Santana. Power slam to Ortiz. But he stops Sammy, takes a moment to get a breather, ducks a clothesline, nails it. It says nail the power slam. Dustin up top, choke screw crossbody, all three men, loud chant of Dustin. Canadian destroyer to Santana, near fall. Ortiz breaks it up. Dustin now sets Santana up for the untrue kick. Ref stops him. Ortiz comes in with the loaded sock to Dustin ribs. Chant of you know what. Sammy goes up top. 360 near fall. Another loud chant of Dustin. Dustin evades Sammy in the corner, tagging Nick Jackson. WWE head kicks double foot stomp to the back. Pepsi 1 in the corner, forearm bulldog out of the corner of Tation. Nick bails Sammy. He runs right into a spear from Matt. Nick kicks the PDMP away. Springboard splash / standing moonsault. Ortiz breaks up the pin. Low bridge take him to the outside. Nick wants him to Asian moonsault, but it's ducked. A lot of dives happen in a row until Santana takes out Nick and Sammy throws him into the ring. AEW champ PDMP holds Nick up for a dive-in drop / double bomb combo. Dustin has to break up the pin. Dustin taken to the outside by PDMP. Sammy grabs up his jacket as they chant. This is awesome, which was awesome. He pulls out his iPhone live vlogging as he goes up top. Shooting star press. Stereo super kicks Dustin, takes the phone. PDMP distract the ref. Unnatural kick plus stereo super kick. Dustin and Matt gets PDMP up in the tombstone position. Nick with the missile drop kicks / senton combo as they drive them down. Jesus, what a finish. The winner of the match, the Elite. The Ultra Madness incredible. Always forgot how great the results is wherever the Young Bucks get a real chance to go in a 6-man tag. That is true though, and that's facts. Ray Finch versus Trent. This match was good. Finch shoots Trent off on a headlock. Standing dropkick charges. Trent with a boot up goes up top. Finch with a palm strike going for a spinning muscle buster. Trent escapes Finch wants a destroyer, but nearly gets caught in a double in the dude buster. Finch sunset flips out of this for a 2 roundhouse kick. Duck applaud. Trent wants a test of strength, but Finch cheap shot with a body shot. Trent chops him away, takes him to the corner, but Ray escapes once a tiger fin kick, but it's avoided. Trent up top, but Finch clips him and sends him head first onto the second rope. Running kick cover for a 2. Commercial break, but the match continues in the instant. Standing drop kick cover for 2. Finch grabs the wrist lock, springs up to the top for his big spot, but then he just hops down, denying it to the audience. Finch chops Trent into the ropes. Some wicked knife edge shot. Trent with body shot, but Finch chops him, then goes for a super lucha arm drag again, but Trent dumps him onto the floor. Finch clips him through, gets a big running start. Drive by dropkick, springboard splash for a near fall. Finch up top as we come back. Choke screw crossbody. Trent drop kicks him out of the air. Trent with a half Nelson suplex, sending Finch rolling to the outside. Wants a baseball slide, but Finch ducks back kick to the gut. Tosses him hard into the barricade, but Trent no sell and dishes for a big spear. Trent with a springboard tornado DDT, close near fall. Finch stops his momentum with a monkey flip out of the corner. Trent springs up for a Rana, but it turns into a powerbomb out of the air for a near fall. Finch with a charge form in the corner, taking him up top. Wants the muscle buster, but Trent escapes Finch. Still strings him up in the ropes. Tightrope walk for the kick to the face and hits ropes, but Trent ducks, land a huge lyric. Slump of him for a near fall. Trent and Finch roll to the apron. Finch with a chop. Trent respond. Trent wants the power drive, but Finch escapes spin kick to the gut. Finch springs to the top rope. Double foot stomp to the back. Takes Trent to the floor. Finch takes him to the inside and goes up top. Springs for the Spanish Trent with a knee, but bazooka knee. Stump power driver for a near fall. Trent hits the ropes. Finch with the cutter out of nowhere. Spin kick in the corner. And now spinning muscle buster, and that's it. The winner of the match, Ray Finch. Really good stuff as anyone would expect it. During the commercial, in the insane, Trent jumps Finch from behind. Cassidy and Chuck have to pull him off as Finch is sent. I missed the start that. Not sure if Trent actually started it or not. Ref is making Finch go to the back. Backstage, Cody is walking with a stage hand, paper in hand. We come back to see Cody Rhodes making his entrance. The scar is still really notable. Even now, will probably always look about like that. Tony Schiavone is in the ring to talk how great it was to see him back in the ring last week, despite of the attack from the Butcher, Blade, and the Bunny. Knows there's a lot on his mind. Cody says they call them cool-hearted and they have no scars to show. It reminds you of failures failures. Last week was the biggest failure because he's been beaten down again by another unknown entity. And when he reaches out for help, he found that everyone was busy. Recounts the attacks from the Butcher, the Blade, and MJF says that he knows all about the Butcher and the Blade. Recounts seeing them in Beyond Wrestling and bar wrestling. Claims they could just call him, but he understands the prompt and circumstances of wrestling. He will wrestle Butcher and Blade anytime, and they will get to pick his partner. For MJF, he claims that he will never wrestle Cody Rhodes. Cody note how people used to think of MJF was too short, hood rich with a fake scarf, and how he did the worst crossroads in history last week, calling him a cut rate NWO Chris Jericho start, bragging, asking what he needs to get match. Offers a car. Watch Tony Khan gave him the Louis Vuitton shoes from his feet. Some people like cold hard cash, right? Pop. Cody asked Justin to bring the suitcase. They opened it up. It was over $550,000. And to violate it, he slips 100 out of his 100 out and has Justin give it to someone in the front row. It was a little kid. Big chant of Cody. Cody says he still thinks MJF is the future, but education is the way to get there, and he can't wait to educate him. Tell him to name his price. Everyone is waiting. Let's do this. Huge ovation and a big chant of Cody. One more as he makes his leave. Backstage, Alex Marvez speaks to Joey Janela. Janela says he wants to make a name for himself. He was one of the first people to sign for AEW and feels he's been put on back burner. Asks Massey if he remembers this. Facing the you know what they went through the Fire Fest. Well, this time is different. This time he's actually counts. The lights are on. It seems like nobody's home, and this time you have to eventually kill me. Moxley steps up to him and just say kids and walk off. That was a funny part. I laugh at that part when John Moxley just walks off. But anyway, let me continue. Another Dark Order vintage. Someone at work is discontent and furious. We then see him brought at a sacrificial altar. Asks his motive for joining the Dark Order. He says revenge. He gives a creeper mask. The large man in front from the first two commercials. It pulls forward as if he is one of the Dark Order. If he will disown his family. He said yes. Asked of his motive, he just wanted friends. Evil unknown whispered into the suit STU Grayson ear. He stomps him to the ground. The creepers paw at him. Nyla Rhodes emerges. We see a video of her attacking Shana backstage and putting her through a table. Nyla Rhodes versus Leva Bates. Big boot to the gut. Hooks her stun gun. Suplex hangs her up. Nyla goes up top. Flying knee to the side of the head and takes her to the mat. Nyla pulls Leva up. Wants to beast bomb. Peter Alvin rushes in and slushes her. Nyla grabs him by the finger. Leva tries to slam a book into her back. Nyla no sell. Grabs Leva by the throat. Alvin off the top rope, but he gets caught by the throat as well. Double choke slam by chokeslam. Beast bomb to level follow, and that's all. The winner of the match, Nyla Rhodes. Nyla makes the signal for the title and pulls level up again. A second beast bomb. She wants a third, but Shana emerges on the top rope, crossbody taking her off her feet. Shana lays in shots, but Nyla shoves her away. Shana dodges a clothesline through and gets a Superman elbow strike. Hits the ropes till a world gets countered with a brutal power slam. Commercial as Nyla looks under the ring in the inside, pulls out a table, sets it up in the middle of the ring. Nyla teases a beast bomb through the table on Shana as the official tries to convince her to stop. Nyla shoves Shana away, beast bomb the ref through the table instead, and then she bombs Shana on top of him, as from the front row. Britt Baker looks on in the exact same worried pose she had at Takeover. Chris Jericho makes his way out now. Jack Hager backs him up, bubbly in his hand. Jericho says, "Le Champion is in Champagne, big pop." But he says it's not like anyone from Champagne ever made a thing of themselves. Hager claimed, "Hold up the bubbly," and Jericho takes it up. Tony Khan chant, "This is where he come from." Jericho pretends he doesn't know who he is. Jericho says, contractually obligated to have one more match in 2019. So in the last Dynamite of 2019, the Corpus Christi has to have one more match, but he's being given the chance to name his opponent. So he put together a list, the little list. Big Pop. He says, please get out of 2016. This is not the list, but it is the election. Lecon and Le Champion LLC. Lecon and Lexicon chant. Jericho runs down a list of several names he will not wrestle, including John Moxley several times, over several jokes of people named several knocks to the crowd. Start to say Marty, but out comes the Jurassic Express. Marco stunts, gets in Jericho's face, hands the mic. Luchasaurus. Jericho says, "Hold on." Next on the list is dinosaurs and a little children. Luchasaurus growls into the mic. Then says he has a master's degree in medieval history. Names some famous names in literature. Says it doesn't surprise him that dinosaurs are on his list. They've been megalized for 65 million years. And yeah, Marco is small for his age, and he's more man than you ever be. Jericho says Marco's son is small of any age, if not either of them. You can't mean Jungle Boy. He huge pop and chant of his name. Jericho asks if he thinks he has what it takes to face the Le Champion. He hasn't even won a match. What is it? A mute? Everyone pulling for Jungle Boy. He is not. He think he a piece of you know what. Jericho says he just couldn't last 10 minutes with him. Jungle Boy takes the mic from him and finally speaks calmly. Says he knows he could last 10 minutes with him. He kicked his you know what. Slaps him across the face. Jungle Boy with a drop kick to Jericho. Hager ducks a roundhouse kick from Hager, and they makes their leave. Jericho throwing another tantrum on the outside. Jericho says he should wait to see what happened on December 18th. As entrance comes out for this next match, announced that Nyla Rhodes has been suspended after her attack on the official. Kris Statlander versus Hikaru Shida. This match was not that bad. This match was pretty good. Tie up, head scissors takedown from Shida. Styler keeps up out of it. Hikaru gets the crowd behind her. Locks up, wrist lock. Kris reverses Hikaru with the wrist lock counter. Kris cartwheels her way around her and over. She gives Shida a mirror poke on the forehead afterwards. Unique one. Hikaru takes Kris down, dropkick to the head. Commercial. Match continues in the inset. Kris knocks Shida to the floor. Goes for a moonsault off the apron, but Shida kicks her out of the air. Brutal knee to the face. Shida takes up the chair, sits it up. Dishes spring off the chair for the knee, but Kris catches her out of the air, drives her into the burial. Kris takes her into the ring, cover for a 2. Handstand leg drop for a 2. Kris pulls her up. Shida punches her away free, hooks her for a suplex. Kris blocks it, but Shida with a kick. Kris powers whips her into the corner, charges back elbow, charges face wash, internal Oklahoma roll for 2. Kris goes up top, but Shida clips her, takes her to the apron. Kris wants a suplex to the floor, ends up pulling her onto the apron. Kris gets her into her shoulders for an electric chair. Shida escapes the insecurity, takes Kris to the floor. Shida with a running knee strike of the apron. Shida throws Kris onto the ring, goes up top. Missile dropkick covered for a near fall. Shida hits the ropes and then till a world backbuster from Kris, but Shida turns it into the Fuji War armbar. Kris takes it to the apron. Shida with Cesaro style suplex into the ring, cover for a near fall. So Shida charges Statlander, shoves down the big boot, Pele kick, but Shida answers with the insecurity. Kris with a big lariato holds her up to the electric chair, face buster, axe kick, near fall body slam countered into a victory roll for 2. Shida dishes for a PK for another near fall, hooks her, but Kris escapes the suplex, wicked roundhouse kick, hits the ropes. Shida with a high knee want a suplex, but Statlander turns it into a falcon arrow for a very close near fall. Statlander with a cradle tombstone and she just beat the number 1 contender. The winner of the match, Kris Statlander. Wow, I thought for sure Shida was on her way to a title match, but she just scored a huge upset that obviously sees a lot in her for a good reason. That was great. It was a great match. Before she can even celebrate, Brandy and Khan makes their way out. Brandy with a mic and says people often lose what they can understand, but it scares them. People have been trying to explain what they've been doing and asking who what they think are. Will allow her to shed some light in this subject. Khan helps Brandy into the ring. Brandy says they make up the Nightmare Collective and extensions of Nightmare Family to do the jobs the others don't want to do. No questions asked. Brandy says she has no issue with Kris, but has perhaps an opportunity for her. They are part of the gender family, and families aim to grow. She asks that she pledge herself to the Nightmare Collective. Crowd tells Kris no. She doesn't respond. Khan gets in her face. A fan at ringside now. It says a fan at ringside is demanding for a chance to pledge. She lets into the ring and she kneels at the apron, offers her hair. Khan takes off the long lock. Brandy carries her. Since they accept her, commercial break, and the insect Kong just keeps on taking here. Stagehand comes out and stops this, and they just straight up shaving the woman's hair off. AEW has a lot of cults. SCU themes hits now. Christopher Daniels out for this bout with Pentagon Jr. Christopher Daniels versus Pentagon Jr. This match was very good. I love this match. Before the bell, Daniels with a crossbody off the top, taking Pentagon onto the elevator ramp. Gets a shot in, clothesline laying him out. Chant of Fallen Angel. Daniels wants a power driver onto the ramp, just like that one that injured him. Penta backs body drops him to a counter. Pentagon ribs away to glove super kick to the back of the head. Clothesline takes Daniel into the ring. Bell finally rings. Sweeper kick to the arm. Throws him into the corner, charges, but Daniel gets a boot, hits the ropes, immediately spear, mount punches, back suplex, taking Pentagon up charges, but Daniel gets a boot up. Hits the ropes, immediately spear, mount punches, back suplex, take Pentagon up top, pressure, Pentagon slips under his leg. Thirst kick hangs him up on the second rope. Pentagon with a driving foot stomp to the chest. Commercial, but the inside Pentagon gets Daniel against the ropes, but big chop to the chest. Daniel dodges a kick. Gets a super kick, but Penta cuts off his comeback. When we come back in time to see Pentagon hit some Santana leg kick, whip him into the corner, charges for the running integrity spring for the second rope, but Daniel counters for a flatliner chant of SCU. Daniel invades Penta in the corner and gets him with some double axe handles. Boot to the face off a back body drop, exploder suplex. Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. Daniels with some back elbows, but Penta ducks a clothesline. Sling Blade covers for a 2. Come off with the top with a double foot stomp. Daniel rolls out of the way. Penta floats over the corner for a backstabber. Near fall super kick ducks. Daniels with a falling lariat into the back of the head. Daniels to the apron, wants to superplex Pentagon onto the rim. Pentagon escapes, kicks him away. Pentagon off top. Wants a destroyer into the ramp, but Daniels knocks him away. Gets taken into the ring. Pentagon gets some distance charged, but Daniels with a headlock. Daniels wants a Arabian moonsault, but he just totally slips off and falls to the ramp. They roll into the ring. Pentagon wants the package power driver, but Daniels escapes. Angel wings, but Finch comes out to distract the ref. Daniels knocks him down off the apron. Pentagon tries to miss Dan's shot, but Daniels ducks it. Flatliner Daniels grabs up the mix stand, decided against it, and throws it away. Ref is distracted by it. Pentagon with a low blow. Package power driver gets the win. The winner of the match, Pentagon Jr. Daniels actually did look a little rusty for once, and Arabian moonsault was rough. Excalibur did his the man set into cover for it through. The ventures of the BBB were the bunny talks about how sick they're of seeing Cody's face. They're in your house. To cause pain and destruction, they were to cut the head off Snake. Main event time. Joey Janela versus Jon Moxley. This match was good. Lock up, wrist lock from Moxley, gets taken down. Turns into a cover for 1. Moxley steps up on his back quite disrespectfully, locks up Janela with a side lock, but Moxley reverses side head lock, turnover, grind him down now. Shots him off. Moxley with a shoulder block. Janela leaps over him from the corner, ducks a shot. Charging back elbow does a little leg shaking dance. Chop to the chest. Mox responds heavy one. They trade, but Massey are definitely louder. Mox with a headbutt. Charges clothesline in the corner. Janela explodes off of it. Throws him into the ropes, but Janela hangs on. Get a boot up, takes him into the ramp. Up top, diving double axe handle takes him down. With reverse Janela spring off the big Larry flip inside out. Commercial match continues in the inside as always. Moxley takes him into the ring, grinds him down with a double wrist lock, kicks him to the mat, hooks the leg stump to the gut, rolls him over into a modified STF. Janela kicks his leg away, escapes back, body drive, takes Moxley to the floor. Diving shot off the apron. Moxley rams into the apron and gets a chop in. Janela reverses a whip into the barricade. We come back to see Janela slams him into the ramp. Moxley rolls into the ring as Janela climbs up the ropes. Mox backs away and Janela has to go down. Comes in and eats a boot. X-Plex from Moxley. Takes a bow. Cover for a 2. Covers again a couple of times, but no fall. Moxley takes Janela to the ramp, makes the throat slits. Gusher Mox wants to pendulum shift, but Janela escapes to the ring. Charges spring from the second rope into a huge tornado DDT onto the ramp. Moxley rolls onto the ring, but then back out. Janela rushes like a wild man. Suicide dive takes him into the ring. Goes up top, but Moxley cuts him off. Pressure wants a suplex, but Janela gets advantage sunset flip powerbomb for a very close near fall. Exchange of forearms. Moxley hits the ropes. East one spring off, but Janela ducks a shot and gets a discuss elbow. Throws kick to the gut only for Mox to respond with a big lariat. Hooks him for a suplex, but Janela whips behind him and rolls up, taking him head first onto the bottom buckle. Moxley rolls out and leans against the timekeeper's table, but Janela leaps from the top rope, but put him right through it. Big chant, holy you know what. Janela takes him into the ring, comes off the top with a big elbow, drops the Verum close near fall. Janela up top once more. Moxley stops him to exchange shots up there. Moxley with the pendulum shift, taking him into the top buckle. And then into the ring. Another one, absolutely brutal, gets the pin. The winner of the match, Jon Moxley. That was a good match. That was a good match by the end. Moxley continues to incredibly strong. As he celebrates, Chris Jericho music hits. Moxley stares out into the crowd. Jericho in the inner circle makes their way down the stand. He pulls off the sunglasses and quite bit of menacing cries. Jericho strolls down the steps and holds up his title as we fade out. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a good show. AEW was a good show. I really enjoyed it. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed my AEW Dynamite review and results, the list of Jericho, give me a thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys think of AEW. And I will be streaming WWE 2K20 Universe Mode Chaos War episode 7 at Hell in the Cell. This your boy Bigboyjonnytwentyfive. I will see you guys on my WWE Universe Mode. Talk to you guys later. Bigboyjonnytwentyfive, and I'm out of here.